Hey coders, in this video we will cover HTML colors and we will leverage different style attributes using the color names and color values to color up backgrounds, fonts and borders. By that said, let's get started. So we will start with an empty body. In this body, let's assume we have a header one saying hello world and a paragraph containing a random text. So now if we look at the screen, everything will be black because it's the standard color in HTML. Now to color the background of this text, let's start by coloring the background. To do that, you open first the style attribute and you write background color and you choose the background color that you want. In our case, let's just use Dodger blue. Let's check it out. As you see, the background is blue now. Let's even style the background color of this paragraph. We'll do the same and background color, and let's choose tomato. Now if we check tomato background color. Now what if you want to change the color of the font? So the color of the written text, instead of black, something else. So let's just copy this and be sure that we are removing the background style, keeping it empty. So now what we want to do is, instead of background color, we type color and we'll choose the color we want. Let me just choose blue for the H1 and choose red for the paragraph. You don't want to forget to set the color on red. So now as you see, we have hello world, which is the header, having the color styled red, and this paragraph being red. So let's go farther now and make a border for the whole thing. So to make a border, we do the same. So let's edit the border. To do that, you grab border and then you choose the width of the border. So let's choose like 2 pixels, and then you can choose the type of the outline of the border. So I'm gonna go with solid, which is the standard, and let's go with red as a border color. Now if we check, as you see, these hello worlds, one of them, which is the first, as you see here, is having the border colored red and having 2 pixels. The width of this border is 2 pixels. Now let's do the same for the third one, but just instead of red, let's give it another color and let's go with Dodger blue. So to do that, let me do 4 pixels, go with solid and go for Dodger. As you see, it's thicker because it's 4 pixels instead of 2 pixels, and it's Dodger blue, and the same applies to the rest. So here's how to color the border using some simple styling. So let's go with blue. You have literally different colors, like every color that you can think about you will find, but we'll dig deeper into that. So let me choose green here. Let's check now what we have. Masterpiece, right? So now what if you want some more complex colors? What if you don't want to go with tomato or red, green or Dodger blue or dark blue? What if you want something special? You have the option for that using color values. So let's grab these. HTML provide us different ways how to leverage the colors using different systems. One of these is RGB colors, where we can put some values and get a color back. RGB stands for red, green, blue. So a good example of that, let's set the background color of this header, this one here. Let's set this one to blue. Guess how to do it? So to do that, let's set the red on 0, set the green on 0. Let's set the third parameter of this function, which is the blue, 255. Now the scale could be from 0 till 255. So let's check now. As you see, it's blue. Another system to style HTML colors is the hexadecimal system. The hexadecimal system is very similar to the RGB. It just looks different with the syntax. You will write the hashtag and then you will write the redness, the greenness and the blueness color. So RR, GG and BB. So, and it's called hexadecimal. Hexadecimals are basically the numbers from 1 till 9 and then from A till F. So by knowing that, let's go and make a hexadecimal code for green color. So we know that we can go for 0, 0. The redness is 0. The greenness, it should be the maximum. The maximum here is the F, because 0 to 9 and then you have A to F. Okay, so basically A is 10, B is 11, C is 12 and so on till F. So we go for FF, which means we want to maximize the greenness of this color, and then let's go for blue 0, 0. Now let's grab this color here, set the background color to that, and if we check it, you will see it's green. And this is the second coloring system in HTML. Now the third and final simple system of coloring is the HSL. The HSL stands for hue, saturation and lightness. So a good example of that, let's go for the red color. So the red color will have hue 0, saturation should be 100, lightness should be 50%. If we check now, you'll see it's red. Now this is a bit complicated system and not everyone can deal with these systems. So a good trick to use these is basically to go to Google basically and Google something like RGB color. And as you see, Google will give you some color pickers as you see here. So you can go for the first one, pick the color you want. It's as easy as a Google search. Then you can grab, for example, a very weird color which doesn't have any name. This color, which is weird. So you just grab this color and as you see, it's hash color. This is the hash and this is the RGB. So let's grab the hash here and let's grab the hexadecimal code, grab it here. This weird color will appear as a background in our case, as you see. And you will find online tools for every single coloring system. So don't be afraid of that. You don't need to exactly know how it works. Just go, as I've shown you, to Google, write down RGB color picker, pick the color you want. want, grab the code, paste it, and magic will happen. Now there is still one final thing regarding colors, which is the transparency of the color, and it's called alpha value. This alpha value comes in the RGB system after the R, G, and B. So what do I mean with that? Let's assume we want to use this dark blue color for the last heading, and we want to go with the alpha value. Alpha value is a percentage, so let's go for 50%. And as you see here, it's the same blue color, but the transparency is less here. We can go and make it less transparent by being 100%, and it will have the same color. So the standard, as you see here, the standard value without alpha takes automatically an alpha 100%. And just for the sake of being very exact, don't forget to write RGB A, and A is the alpha here. So now let's go and put it on 20%, and as you see, it's more transparent. The same applies to the HSL. So what do I mean with that? Let's copy this line, paste it, check it, it's red. Now let's make the redness transparent here. So you just go, don't forget the A, guys, HSL A. A stands for alpha. Alpha is the transparency, and then put the transparency 20%. With that, you will see that the red color is more transparent now. And this is how you leverage HTML styles, color, backgrounds, fonts, and even borders. And with that, I want to finish this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be a better coder. Here's Jad. See you.